Hi everyone, hi Nick. Have a small project to share with you today, and when I'm finished showing the journal, I will give everyone a quick kind of glance through of my new craft room. I'm really excited about it. You know, this is my first creation in my new room, and been dying to get in here and work. And as much as it's been kind of hard to get back in the groove of working again, it just felt really good to just have a lot of room to spread out, and I'm really enjoying it so far, and I hope you like it, and I hope you like the little journal here. This is a vintage lady journal I downloaded before I moved. A bunch of images off of Pinterest of vintage ladies. I searched Edwardian ladies, Edwardian fashion, dresses, whatever, and I found a lot. And so this is kind of the result of that. It's a soft cover journal. It's just cream cardstock for the cover, and then a coffee dyed doily, and then an image that I've corner punched. It has just one chunky signature, and the back is this is just inked, and front and back, inside and out. And this is the Tim Holtz coffee ring stencil that I just got, and I wanted to try that out, so I used that. Seam binding closure, just eyelets and the seam binding closure. That's the top. Some eyelash trim and some ruffled trim on the tags and things. And it's the pamphlet stitch, and I used, what did I use? Just the crochet cotton is what I used. That's the same color as the cardstock, so it's pretty hard to see. And I'll give you the measurement, see if I can reach my ruler. It measures, let's see, seven and a quarter by about 5.5, 5 3/8 around there. And it's just the seam binding here. And on the inside cover, have a envelope, coffee dyed envelope, which I stitched around. I finally got my it's not my sewing machine. My sewing machine didn't seem to want to sew on paper, so Fred had one at his house. It was his late wife's, so he brought it over to let me see if it was the machine or the paper or me, or it was the machine, because hers works just fine. So I will be going out and buying a new sewing machine one of these days. But so I was really excited to be able to do some stitching. So I did the stitching around the flap, and inside is just a flip out in there. And then this is a scrap of the paper that I used. I edge punched it, corner punched it, and then I stitched here, and then that makes a tuck. And I just put one of the vintage ladies in here, and I used lace for some of the pulls. And I have coffee dyed paper, coffee dyed doilies. Most of the pages are corner punched with, where is it? This one. If you just line it up with just one of the little scallops, if you put it this side up and you line it up with just one of the little scallops, you can use it as a corner punch. And I have a bit of ephemera. I think ephemera's Vintage Garden, I think. And I just layered up some pieces, and this is Marion Smith, and some coffee dye tag with some eyelash trim, and I got a whole bunch of new Kaisercraft stamps, so I tried those out. And I did some stamping with my flourish stamps as well. And this is one of the new Kaisercraft stamps. And there's a big deep lace pocket with another lady. Just some cotton for a tab. And some music paper there. And a doily tuck and a little journal stick. A lot of the downloads here are Marion Smith. There's just a piece of packing paper. Another side-loading pocket with a couple of Prima flowers and a button and a couple of tickets. And inside have another journal card and another tag. That one says "For the Record." Another doily, and this is a Marion Smith envelope, which is empty. This is some encyclopedia page that I gessoed. And it's a little craft merchandise bag. And then I put a little tag bag on top of there with a little piece of index card, coffee dyed, inside. And then I just layered some Marion Smith, this piece of Marion Smith ephemera, another Pinterest download, and the little tiny butterflies that come in this triple punch that I have been wanting to buy for a while. And inside here is, I just put a whole bunch of little bits of ephemera and some more little pictures, some more ephemera to use. You can use them either in here or another project. Some of them are backed on coffee dyed cardstock. Get that back in there. There we go. Some ledger paper. I have a corner tuck here with another Prima flower and small button, and then a teeny tiny button. And this one is so tiny it makes the small one look huge, but it really isn't. And I have another lady and another flip out. And some corner stamping here. A doily tuck, and this came in the mail trying to get me to give more money to MGH, and they already have more than enough of my money, but I could use note paper. So that's just for added journaling. And a tuck over here as well. Everything is inked or coffee dyed. Some graph paper. I have a little tag that I somewhere from Etsy from a while ago. And I used a couple of these little tiny wooden clothespins. And I just pinned on, this was from Pinterest, and I just shrunk it way down. And I just kind of clothespinned her right there. And then this is a Marion Smith. And then another couple of ladies. And this is a scrap of paper, and it makes a flip out. And I've used a garment pin, and this is a Marion Smith here. And I just pinned it on with a garment pin. And this is some, makes a huge tag. It's some packaging from the compression stockings that I have to wear all the time. And it makes a perfect tag, huge, big jumbo tag. It's, you know, pretty decent kind of card stocking. It's almost the weight of like shark cardboard. So I inked it, punched a hole in it, and this is some ruffled fabric trim that I got from Denise's shop, which I've I got before I moved, and this is the first time I've used it. I love it. It's really pretty. She's got it in several colors. It's really fun. And I have some children's writing paper, and this is a coffee stained envelope that's been script stamped, and I got these from Sagita's shop quite a while ago, and I've kind of been parceling them out. And I zigzag stitched it to the page, so it makes a tuck on this side, and it flips out on this side, and you can put something in here. And I sewed some lace on the side of the page here. And this is also from Pinterest, and I thought it was really cool. It shows the style of dress for the 19th century. It starts from 1800 and it goes up to 1890. You can see the different progression in the styles of the skirts, which I think is really cool. I was just born in the wrong time. I love this stuff. And I sewed it all the way around before I glued it down. And this is a Tsunami Rose, I think, from one of her ephemera packs. I should study that because my penmanship is horrible. Stamped up here, things I love. Another doily. It's just some lined paper. It's the center of the signature, and I was going to put some hearts on the string, but I cut the string, and then I realized, oh darn, I cut the string. So we didn't. Jelly bean soup pocket with a quarter doily behind it. We used one of those Crazy 8. Where did I put it? Hang on. Way across the room. No, it's not there. Where did I put it? See, room is so big now I can't find anything. It's one of those Crazy 8 doily punches, and I followed Paula Lemon's tutorial on how to do with a 3-inch square, how to do just, it makes like a quarter of a doily. So that's what I did. And the rest of it's all behind. It's an eyelash trim and another Pinterest download. And this is a Marion Smith. That's going to bug me until I find that now. Where I put that stamp. Another doily, and another one of my new Kaiser Craft. Another doily tuck with a, and she's really pretty. She's one of the prettiest ones. And this is just an index card with a fabric scrap on it. And I did a corner flip, which I haven't done. So this flips up. It's just coffee dyed index card. Sewed around the edge. This is a Prima flower, and it was kind of blah. So I inked it with one of my little Tim Holtz distress inks, and it was the this one, Aged Mahogany. It's this one. That one. Huh. That one. And all I do is I leave them right in the stack. I just take the lid off. And they don't fall apart when I'm not on camera. And I take the lid off and I just dot it that way. And I have a whole bunch of these, and I just keep them right in this, like 3 stacks. So I did that, and this was a little Marion Smith that I put some glossy accents on, and then there's 3 of those tiny little butterflies that I just glued down. And we have another couple of ladies that I corner punched, and another tag, and this one says, "Don't forget to smile." And that's on some children's writing paper. And this is just the other half of that flip out, and it has a perpetual calendar. You can do 1 month on there. There's a couple of the Kaiser Craft stickers. Lots of places to journal. Let's see, side loading pocket with a couple tickets. This is a couple more Marion Smith downloads. And a little bit of ephemera that's backed on some coffee dyed cardstock, and another lady with some lace and one of those little butterflies. some more ledger paper. And I couldn't do 3 pockets, but I had room for 2, so I did 2 of the jelly bean soup pockets. These are Marion Smith, and so are these, so they're open. So you get the 2 tags in here. And then I did 2 little tags inside that are coffee dyed, cut down coffee dyed index cards. And this this trim, this is the, I guess you'd call it, they call it yarn that you knit. It has the mesh on the top that you knit to make those ruffled scarves. That's the ruffle. It looks like it goes in circles, but it's really just back and forth. That was my creative thing before I started doing junk journals. I made tons of these scarves. I used to make and sell them, and that's what this is. I just cut the mesh part off and used the sequiny part, and I got these from Denise's shop before I moved. So there's just 2 of those, and she has them in quite a few different colors, but they're really neat. And they've got sequins on them, so they're kind of cool. This is the other half of the craft sack, and in here I have just 2 more journal cards. This is another version of that dress style. It's a silhouette version, and then the painting of a lady. Let's just tuck right in there. And this is the other half of the gessoed encyclopedia page, and another little Marion Smith envelope, which is empty. It's got a sewing machine on. More doilies, some more stamping. I keep pushing myself out of the frame. Some more lace that I sewed on, and another corner flip up. Use my chandelier stamp here, and that just flips up. And in here we have another Pinterest. It's a little, like a die cut it's on coffee dyed cardstock, and another lady pink dress. Half of the packing paper, another index card, and just stapled a couple of flowers. More music paper, and this is a coffee dyed envelope, and she's just corner punched and she just glued on. And it flips out, and I'll put something in here which you can journal behind. It's sewn on, and then the flap makes a tuck on this side. And the last page, we have a side-loading pocket, and I cut down another one of the images from Pinterest, edge punched. This is a Marion Smith, and this is another flip out. And there's the back page, one more doily, and the back cover is just plain. And back outside with the coffee rings on it. So that's the journal. This will be listed in my Etsy store, Pumpkin Patch Journals, Designs from the Chair, and I'll try to get that listed this afternoon after I get Nick some lunch. But I'm going to turn the camera off right now so I can take it off the tripod, so everybody doesn't get dizzy when I take it off the tripod. And then I'll give you a quick walk through of my craft room. If you don't want to see it, you can just stop here, or if you want to see it, I'll be right back. Hang on.